Marketing in the home services industry has changed so much over the past few decades, and at an even more rapid pace these last few years, almost to a point it's impossible to keep up with what's trending. Have you ever felt like marketing in today's economy is like flushing money down the toilet? That's where we come in and help honest home services companies just like yours learn and understand some of the most effective marketing strategies today. Strategies used by some of the top home services companies around the world. My name is Javier Lozano Jr., and welcome to the Trust Tipping Point Marketing Podcast. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Trust Tipping Point Marketing Podcast. As you probably heard, I'm your host, Javier, and we're going to continue talking about trust. We're going to continue talking about this whole Trust Tipping Point journey. Just previously, if you just been listening, we interviewed Lily, our CEO at Anchorwave, and we talked about how the name kind of came about, this whole Trust Tipping Point thing. She went over some really crazy stuff about this whole mind stuff, okay? And gave us a bunch of great tips on how to understand a buyer, all right? And then one of the other episodes I just did was where we discussed about your website and why and how should your website look like, what you need to have in your website to get more leads, to get more business, okay, to make your business stand out from everybody else. And then what I'll be covering today is reputation management. What is that? I know I said this before, don't use technobabble, but get with me here. Reputation management basically means reviews. It's just a professional way of saying reviews, okay? And so I won't go into detail about, why is it called that, whatever. But anyways, reputation management, your reviews, your business reviews, what is it? Basically, it's just how consumers are reviewing your business. And if you're in the home service space, you already get reviews. You're getting them a lot too, okay? And if you're getting these reviews, then you need to take action with it. You need to actually take the feedback. Don't argue. Don't be like, that was a bad customer, I don't like you. Don't act like that, all right? Don't act like you're four. Act like you're an adult, all right? Because trust me, I want to argue with some people too that give us, not our company, that have given me bad reviews when I had my own business, but I didn't, all right? So I understand that. But reputation management is managing how your reviews are getting done, okay? And there should be different ways on how to do this. And this is something that's amazing. If you invest money in managing your reviews correctly, you will be making hand over fist more money off of those reviews. Okay. So let me, I'm going to pull up the slide here as I'm doing it, but let me explain more about this whole reputation management stuff. Okay. Let me find it. Where is it? Sorry, guys, I should have had this already in front of me, but these stats are staggering, okay, about how people look at reviews and why people look at reviews and the importance of all that. So, what I want to kind of do is explain to everybody that your reviews, people are going to be buying more often just because of your review, okay? They're going to be more inclined to spending more money with you based off of your reviews. And trust me when I say this, okay? Your reviews are going to essentially make or break your business. So when you understand that, there we go. Let me pull it up. I'm trying to pull up the slide. Sorry. When you understand that your reviews are going to make or break your business, it's going to basically, make you start thinking differently and start taking action differently. And so we have systems within Anchorwave that helps a lot of businesses like yours, like home service businesses, to improve their review process. Okay. So where they're getting a lot of reviews, because people are dropping reviews everywhere. They're dropping them on obviously on Google and on Facebook, on Yelp, on Home Advisor, on Angie's List. Okay. They're putting them all in all these different places. And that's good. You want people to put reviews in all these places. Here's the slide. But these reviews, you don't understand the weight that these carry. And so this was taken from a company called brightlocal.com. Brightlocal is a SEO tool that a lot of marketing agencies use to help improve a person's brand and help improve their marketing. Okay. So listen to the stat. 93% read online reviews about local businesses. All right. 93% of people read reviews online about local businesses. 93%. That's a lot. Okay. So people are looking at your reviews before they call you. So if you have poor reviews, guess what? They're not going to probably call you. All right. Even if you're like, well, they were just bad reviews from someone that had a bad experience, doesn't matter. They're still not going to call you. Okay. 97% of people search for local businesses online. 97%. Okay. Like, this is, understand this, that 10 or 15 years ago, it wasn't that way. 10 or 15 years ago, it was, hey, John, who do you know that does landscaping? Hey, Jack, who do you know that, who did your HVAC? Are you happy with that? Now, is that saying that people don't do that anymore? No, I'm not saying that. But the search starts online, and 97% of the people, they go there first. 85% of people trust online reviews as much as a personal recommendation. 85%, nearly 90% of people trust online reviews as though it was a personal recommendation. That's huge. Okay. And finally, 77% of consumers think that reviews older than 3 months aren't relevant. And I am guilty of that because I'll look at reviews. I'm like, oh, wow, 4.8. Let's look at the most recent. And if it hasn't been a review for like 3 years, then I don't believe anything else. Because I'm like, what have they been doing for the past 3 years? Does that make sense? So what I'm saying here is that people are using the internet to find home service businesses, and they're allowing it to make their primary decision. They're getting all this data. They're capturing all this information. Okay. They're acting like little attorneys, little lawyers. Right. And then they're taking that information, and then they're going to be like, I'm not going to call them because of their online reviews, because of this, because of that, because of this. Their website doesn't look good. They have stock photos in there. Their reviews are horrible. Like, do you see what's going on? Like, they're checking off things like, nope, nope, nope. And then they move on to the next company. And that's exactly how people are buying today. Okay. And so take your reviews very seriously, very, very seriously. All right. Don't just sit there and act like, well, they're not that big of a deal. That person was just grumpy. It was a bad day. Bad day or not, man, it still lives there. And if it's posted on the internet, it's there forever. So understand that reputation management is your reviews on managing on all the social platforms that accept reviews of businesses. So that includes, as I mentioned, like, Facebook and Google, Yelp, Foursquare, City Search, Yellow Pages, Angie's List, Home Advisor. All right. Here's a pro tip: if you're getting good reviews for your business from your past employees from your past customers or even current customers, if you're getting great reviews, take screenshots of them. Screenshot those reviews, use them as marketing material. Okay. I'm serious. Take screenshots of them and then use them as marketing material. You can put them on your website. You can take their quotes, put them on the website. You can send them to prospects. Be like, hey, here are 10 reviews from people that gave us on these 3 different websites on Facebook, Google, and Yelp. Check them out. Boom, 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 boom. Why? Because if you do that, you're doing the legwork for your future customer. Okay. And I keep saying future customer because that's the goal, man. That's the goal, is to get a future customer out of this. All right. So the reason that you want to make sure that you're also taking these screenshots is that you can use them on almost anything. If you're running, say, like Google ads, or if you're running like Facebook ads, you can use those online reviews and put them in the comments of the ad that you have. It's a great way of promoting your brand and expanding the trust. There's like so much stuff that you can do. Okay. So why is this important? I got a post right here that says, why is it important to have a positive and current review? So the importance of having positive and current reviews is that I've already told you about the positive. The current one makes a huge difference, because what that means is that, let's say that you had a bunch of people that gave you a bunch of reviews in a certain time frame. That tells me that you ran some sort of promotion and you basically gave out some sort of $10 gift card to everyone that gave you a positive review, and then no more reviews after that. That's what it tells me. All right. That's the business person speaking to me. And then that's also the person that gets those kinds of emails as well too. Hey, give us a positive review and we'll send you a $10 gift card. And just, note to understand this, Google does not like when people do that. Okay. So Google, if they find out that you are paying for your 5-star reviews, they will, and they find out, they will, you will be punished for it. Okay. So just fair warning, I suggest not doing that. And plus, let's be honest here, man, it's not authentic. You want an authentic review. And so you're going to ask yourself, well, Javier, how do I get authentic reviews? There are different ways on how to do this. There are systems behind this. One of them is what we do at Anchor Wave. We have a product called Review Leads. Okay. And the reason we call it Review Leads is because you'll get reviews and you get leads out of it. Okay. And so it's amazing. And understand that there is a system behind this whole thing. All right. So the best way to kind of have this thing work is if you're going to use a system like what we have at Anchor Wave, where you're getting these reviews. The way it works is that we put this this piece of, like, this tag, this snippet of code on your emails. Okay. And then in the bottom of the like after the signature, it says, how did we do? And then it has like a green thumbs up or a red thumbs down. Okay. And then someone looks at them like, well, they're awesome. They responded quickly. They give me great service, whatever. They click on the green. And then what that does is that you set up on the back end, you say, hey, Anchor Wave, I want my reviews to go to Google only. And we're like, all right, cool. No worries. So then when they click on that green button, it then redirects them to Google to write a review on their experience. Okay. And so it basically is like, in that green button says, like, how did we do? Leave us your feedback, whatever. And then when they do that, it has everything ready for them to go. And instead of them having to like find your business and then like say, like, you ask them to leave a positive review, all, like, instead of them doing all that stuff, it just prompts them to do it. And that goes on in every single email. So every email that you correspond with them, it does that. And so they'll hit green because it's a thumbs up. And they'll go to say Google if you want it there, or to Yelp, or to Facebook, whatever. Okay. And they'll type in their quick little review, and then they'll submit, and then boom, done. Now you're asking yourself, what if they hit the red one? This is what's really cool about this product. And this is something this is why you want to have a reputation management system. Okay. Because it's automated. All right. It's easy. If they hit the red button, and then it prompts up a window, and it gives them an opportunity to essentially express their dissatisfaction. I can't even say that word. Express their dissatisfaction of their experience with your company. And you're like, well, does it post onto Google? It doesn't actually. And you're thinking, well, that's great, but isn't that wrong? No. Sometimes some people just want to just be heard. They leave a bad review just to be heard. That's it. Like, have you ever noticed that, like, you have hundreds and hundreds of happy customers, but they never leave a positive review? And then you have one, like one person that's just like super upset. Okay. And they just leave a bad review. And and like that person, like their trend is just, they just leave bad reviews based on their bad experience, but everything else might be great. Like we see that. But what we've experienced is that whenever you filter and you give people the opportunity of expressing their dissatisfaction, then that dissatisfaction, they type in whatever they're not happy about, it gets sent back to your team. And then so maybe like the owner can address it, and they can call up, that dissatisfied customer and say, hey, I got your review. I really appreciate you sharing that with me. I'm really sorry you experienced that. What can I do to make you feel better and gain your trust again? Do you see what's happening here? So now you're having a chance to fix a wrong and make it right. It's amazing. And so that's kind of why you want to have a reputation management system that does this for you. automated. Okay. You don't even have to ask people to review you. It just does it. Okay. It's like when you send an invoice to someone and the email is going to, there's the invoice and, hey, John, thanks for doing business with us. We really appreciate you. Could you, and blah, blah, blah. And then on the bottom of that email, on the signature, it's going to be like a big green button, thumbs up, positive review, boom. And not everyone's going to fill it out, but if you're invoicing people on a regular basis, if you're emailing people on a regular basis, they're going to see it. And it's amazing. And that's why you want this kind of stuff. Because then now you're getting positive reviews put onto your brand, onto Google, onto Facebook, onto Angie's List, onto Home Advisor, onto all those, those sites. And you pick whatever ones you want to be on. If Home Advisor is more valuable to you, then you can pick to have them put on there. If Google's more valuable to you, then you can pick to have them put on there. Okay. So where I'm getting to though, guys, is that managing your reputation is going to add thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to your business. I promise you that, especially in this space, okay? So invest in it. And if you're going to ask yourself, or if you're going to ask me, Javier, how much does this whole reputation management thing cost if I use it through you guys? It's actually really cheap. Okay. It's really cheap. All right. So won't go into pricing because to be quite honest, I don't even know what we charge for it because I do all the marketing in our company. I don't do the sales, but it's cheap. Okay. Because I know that it's like we have like a value ladder and it's our lowest priced product that we sell. Okay. And so that's kind of how we start a lot of companies. We start them there. And then as they gain more trust with us, they're like, man, Anchorwave, you guys are doing amazing stuff. I love what you're doing with this whole review leads. What else can you do for me now? And then we take them to the next thing. And we take them to the next thing. And we take them to the next thing. That's exactly how you should be selling your people anyways, guys. You should have a base, bottom that gets everyone in the door. Yeah, this is fine. This is great. I'll pay for this. Like if you're an HVAC company, you should have maybe 2 times a year kind of package where you come clean out your condenser coils or something. Okay. And it's like $200 a year. I don't know. I'm just making a number up because it can't take you that long to clean out condenser coils. All right. It's like literally take a hose, spray it out, whatever. Right. And then guess who they're going to call whenever something breaks? You. Okay. Promote that, sell that. Like that's a subscription package. Sell that. Okay. And that's what we do with our reputation management packages. And so the value behind that is that people are going to continue to see these 4 and 5 star reviews about your business. Your brand's going to start growing. You can start taking, screenshots of all these reviews and people can start, seeing, what you're doing and you can use this as part of your marketing material. And so these reviews are going to be pushing buyers, are going to be pushing your prospects into becoming future buyers. They will buy from you because they believe in what you're doing. And so don't discount that. So another pro tip on this is all reviews that you get, you should reply back to them. Every single one, reply back to every single review that you get, whether it's a poor review or a positive review, doesn't matter. Okay. We're doing that at Anchorwave. We reply back to our reviews and we're like, hey, Jack, thanks for the great review. Love working with you. Simple. And if you're thinking that's a lot of work, Javier, it is a lot of work. Okay. Cause especially if you're getting like a ton of reviews, I think Anchorwave has got I don't know how many, we have a ton, but Google says, hey, that's awesome. They appreciate that you take the time to do that. And it shows up in your search results. The other part of reviews, especially on Google, is that if you have a lot of good reviews and they're positive, you start showing up higher in the search results, and then you'll eventually start showing up into the 3-pack. If everything else on your Google My Business stuff is set up correctly and all that stuff, right? And the reason this is imperative to understand is that Google wants to have the best companies essentially taking up those top 3 spots organically on that map section. They want the best companies up there. They don't want just, we'll just put them up there. They want the best brands, because if people don't trust Google to give them the best product or service that they're looking for on something, they're going to go to a different search engine. So their search experience is very important to them. So that's why it's really you got to understand that These reviews are huge. It can literally cost your business several thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, or it can make your business several hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. And some people don't believe it, but the reviews are going to make your business completely different. And so when you're doing that, you're taking action. You're getting people to basically review you without you having to have a sign in the front door or asking them after the job is done, like, hey, can you give us a review, please? Like, it's just done. All right. And then if it's a bad experience, you can address it, mitigate the situation, talk to the technician, the person that was, that handled it wrongly. Okay. And be like, hey, we can't do this. All right. That sort of stuff. All right. You can then from there get the reviews where you want them that's more valuable to you on certain specific sites that are review sites. And then you can start going from there. You can start, answering these reviews if they let you comment, which is Google lets you do that. But it's going to start increasing your bottom line, plain and simple. So if you get these two, if you get this, if you understand the importance of reviews, then like start taking advantage of it. And again, like I've said this before in the past, don't try to do this all yourself, okay? Because people can do this on their own, but there's a lot of work. Like it's a system that we've created that literally it takes a few minutes on our end to get it kind of situated, and we got to make sure it's the right product for you and not sort of stuff, but it gets things kind of situated, and then all of a sudden it's just set on autopilot for you. And then you get to experience everything else. And the amount of income that you'll be making off that, like I promise you, it will start changing. Okay. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions about what we have for what we use at Anchorwave, which is called review leads, let us know. I said this before in one of the other podcasts, and I'll do it again. Like you'll hear it like in the middle of this podcast, and you'll also hear it at the end of this podcast, but you can get what's called a playbook for free. And this playbook, essentially what it is that it gives you an opportunity to have like a game plan, like a roadmap of your entire digital marketing roadmap for 2021 and moving forward. And it's not a PDF. It's not like I'll just download this and it's just a generic PDF. It's not. It's a custom playbook. Okay. And in that process, we evaluate your business on reviews. So we'll actually find reviews from other websites that you didn't even know existed that has reviews about your business. Okay. And then we'll say, hey, you have like these 4 reviews that are all 1 stars on this one site. And you'd be like, what? 1 stars? And you're gonna be mad. And we found them. And then we'll show you how to fix it. Okay. But this playbook does all this. It basically gives you just an unbiased opinion. I'm not going to say opinion, but an unbiased approach on what's going on with your digital presence for your marketing. Okay. And then we give you recommendations like, hey, ABC company, you should do this, this, and this to start off. These are our recommendations. And if you're like, well, I can only budget, this and this. Cool. That's fine. And if you're like, we don't really have this all budgeted yet, that's fine too. It doesn't matter. And then you could take that playbook and you can basically, use it internally for your business, and you can start implementing the stuff yourself. And then you'll realize that, like, you know what, this takes a lot of work. I'm just going to hire Anchorwave to do that. Then do that. So that's the beauty about why we're doing these playbooks, is that we do these complimentary. They're free. Like, you're not going to get charged. It's just going to cost you time. Okay. And so when we do this, it gives us a chance to show you guys what we're capable of doing. Like these review leads, they're huge. Like we're doing websites and other stuff. But the other part of it too is that it's going to help you say, okay, this year we're going to focus on just doing reviews. Next year we're going to focus on doing Google ads. And then the following year we're going to invest on doing a website. Like, do you see what I'm saying? So like what it does, it gives you like a game plan for everything else. And you set up the game plan. You can say, okay, for 1 year, we're going to focus on this. And all of a sudden you might be killing it. 6 months later, you're like, all right, Anchorwave, we need to get this other thing going in because I'm killing it here. I've hired a ton of people to solve this problem, and we're doing a great job. And so these playbooks are really designed to do that. And so no one in your space is doing this kind of stuff, guys, where they're giving you custom made playbooks that helps you plan out the entire roadmap for your marketing. So if you want to learn more about like our review leads, all you got to do is go to anchorwave.com/playbook. That's it. Anchorwave.com/playbook. And what we'll do, we'll have a conversation with you, learn more about your business. You can express that, hey, I want to learn more about Review Lead. And then from there, we'll put together a playbook and then we'll present it to you, show it what it is. That's it. Pretty simple stuff. Hope you guys enjoy this, guys. I had a blast talking about this. But anyways, with that said, have a powerful day and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining me on this episode of the Trust Tipping Point Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Javier Lozano Jr. A lot of home services companies come to us at Anchorwave needing help with their overall marketing strategy and their digital presence. So what we ended up doing is creating a custom marketing playbook to help businesses just like yours in the home services space have an improved digital marketing roadmap for 2021. One of the highlights during this home services custom playbook is the importance of having a marketing hub, which we call as a website killer. And I'll be honest here, today's websites are dead, outdated, and ineffective. After 17 years and 1,300 plus websites, we've discovered the best approach to increase customer activity and to win more business is by having a marketing hub. A marketing hub will help set your home services business apart from your competition and place you as a leader in your space. So to learn more about what a marketing hub is, schedule a free custom home services playbook by going to anchorwave.com/playbook. You're going to answer 7 simple questions and we'll give you free access to this playbook. Again, go to anchorwave.com/playbook to get free access to our home services digital marketing playbook.